My dog, Baby Girl, has been waiting on death's doorstep for the last 3 years, and she will continue to ring the doorbell for another 1,000. She's blind, nose blind, and we're beginning to suspect that she's going deaf as well. And as sad as that is, as sad as I am that she's getting old dog farts are the absolute worst. She no longer wants to sleep in the kennel. She wants to be with me at night, or else she will bark all night long. So, me putting up with her farts each night is way better than, putting up with her barking, And now she keeps me, but now she keeps me wide awake at night because the gas that comes from that ass of hers is absolutely awful, horrendous, beastly. I'm gonna stick this right next to her butt in the hopes that it catches this. Jesus, you're bad tonight. Ooh, someone followed me. I'm not sure if it's catching it, but this is her rear end and her bloated belly. And she grumbled at me. She's very grumpy because I moved her from my spot. God, my hands are chapped. But it's 1-something a.m. in the morning, nearly 2, and I am begging for the sweet release of death. I just want to go to bed, man. And it's getting worse each night. She's even refusing to eat, so I doubt it's what we're feeding her. I think her intestines have liquefied, and she's just pure fart on the inside. Oh, my Lord. Mini rant over. I love my dog, but I'm just done. That aside, for this video, I decided to do a couple prompts, and I went on an online prompt generator and selected the simple option and clicked away until I found one that really spoke to me. Some of the prompts I got were colors or, something else mundane like flowers, but after a while of clicking, I began to feel called out. I felt pretty attacked, so I stopped clicking, and that's how I landed on my first prompt. Her voice was sweet and low. I automatically thought of a mother singing her child to sleep, but then thought that idea was boring and stepped it up a notch and imagined an ethereal, glowing woman singing to a kid. Maybe she's a friendly spirit singing the nightmares away. Maybe she's trying to kidnap all the young children in town because she lost her own family when she died. Or maybe she's simply creating an army of children. We'll never know. I might go back later on and just have fun drawing that in my free time because the idea sounded fun. I like making things look like they're glowing. I think it's a cool look. But alas, I couldn't resist the sweet call of the siren, so I drew a siren singing to a little girl. Her voice makes her appear more beautiful and less threatening than she actually is. But little does young Lucy know the siren doesn't wish to make a new friend. She's only playing nice so Lucy will lower her guard. Before the child can scream faster than she can call out for her parents, who are too far away to hear her anyway, the facade melts away and she's yanked into the icy waters below. She never learned to swim, so even if she could escape the siren's strong grip, she'd drown before she even made it to the surface. Oh, you're looking a little pale there, bud. I take it you wanted something more wholesome? I mean, boring, but okay. Give me a minute, I can try. Okay,
So little Lucy runs off into the woods against her parents' wishes, and she finds her way to that little, I guess you would call it a cliff, where she meets the sirens. And the sirens have a fondness for human children, as they have yet to be corrupted by their elders in the world around them. They are aware that upon first glance, they are quite hideous. So while one hides, the other sings, using her powers to make her appear more warm and friendly. Young Lucy continues to visit the sirens as she ages. She arranges for her funeral and to be buried on that cliff, so her two fishy friends can visit her even in death. How's that? How was that take on it? That hot take. Still, whatever. Mine was better. Shut up. Shard? That's not enough to go off of. I'm not that creative, said the artist. Prominent collarbones? Get that sin out of here. Fjord. I don't know what's silent here, the F or the J. What's a fjord? Google, what the hell is that?
Fjord.
Oh. It's a flooded valley. I don't know what I was expecting. Your prompt is a poem. Listen, Buster, I can't write a song. I've tried everything. I've tried, and everything just sounds so wrong in the end, because I can't carry a tune to save the world, and I am not good with my words. This prompt gave me the heebie-jeebies, because I didn't know what it wanted. I'm supposed to draw the prompt you give me, dude. I'm no writer. I'm barely an artist. I'm mediocre at best. So what? Do I look for a poem to draw? Is this a treasure hunt? All right, so I found a few poems earlier, before I did the bit. The first one's called Wallflower. Shrinking in a corner, pressed into the wall, do they know I'm present? Am I here at all? Is there a written rule book that tells you how to be? All the right things to talk about that everyone has but me. Slowly I am withering, a flower deprived of sun, longing to belong to somewhere or someone. Lang leave. Beautifully written, but it painfully reminded me that I have no friends. This next one gave me the creeps. Walls have ears, doors have eyes, trees have voices, beasts tell lies. Beware the rain, beware the snow, beware the man you think you know. Songs of Safik. Third one is more of a quote than anything, but I'm putting it here because it reminds me that I'm an introvert who hates herself. You must want to spend the rest of your life with yourself first. No. This fourth one is cheesy, but it gives me false hope. Meet me at midnight in the forest of my dreams. We'll make a fire and count the stars that shimmer above the trees. Yes, I made it through. But then, I found it. My inspiration. You and I don't rhyme. We don't always lilt off the tongue smoothly. We don't speak in deep oceans of conversation or paint extravagant pictures with words alone. You and I don't rhyme, but we're poetry just the same. Alicia and Green. This poem gave me opposites attract vibes. So for squats and diddlies, I decided to draw two fantasy lesbians. One's a tiny demon woman, the other's a tall elf woman, and this is their wedding photo. The frame around it is supposed to be like this crystal picture frame. I imagine in fantasy worlds they use like crystals for picture frames. That sounds nice. This drawing, I don't hate it. I think it actually turned out very nice, even if I didn't like it at first and still kind of don't like aspects of it. I at first thought the background was way too bright and messy, but I don't mind it now. It's still much better than the original. The original, well, let's just say I struggle with some things. This prompt actually took me the longest, especially like the audio part, just the audio part, not even the art version of, not even the art aspect of it, just not even the drawing. And I have no excuse for how long it took me to make. I can't say that life got in the way. I just kept putting it off. And I'm very, I'm very bad. I know, but I'm allowed to just, I know I'm bad, but I'm allowed to just sit around every once in a while and allow myself to feel terrible, okay? That is the reason I kept putting it off. That being said, I'm glad I decided to go back and like redo it, like resketch it and then re-ink it, redo the line art and everything. I kept the background line art and stuff and just did what I was originally planning on doing it with that. It was just the characters I needed to redraw because it all looked so crooked. I've been practicing with my own original characters that I'm planning on using for a comic, one of my comics, and I've noticed I have trouble keeping track of the eyes. Like, I have trouble with perspective and drawing certain body types. I have trouble with drawing hands. I have trouble with perspective and depth. And I have trouble keeping track of eyes. Like, I have trouble keeping track of shapes and stuff. But one day I will get it. One day it'll look nice and I'll be good at it. I just need to practice more, and that's what I've been doing. But yeah, I think that's all I wanted to add for this piece. Here it is.